Hello, and welcome back to Nerds and Stuff for our third and final part of Beneath the Metal Sky, our Dread one-shot adventure. Before we get back into the finale of our adventure, I'm going to have my players introduce themselves and their characters.
Hi there, I'm Jenny, and I'm playing Sam, the technician of the crew.
I'm Daniel Peterson, and I'm playing John Polk, our captain, who's a little disgruntled now.
I'm Justin Briscoe, I'm playing Turk, he is the doomed medic.
I'm Daniel Shelden, I'm playing Ace, the pilot without a ship now.
Perfect, let's begin.
Welcome to Dread, where Martin likes to give his friends anxiety.
Yeah, and I'm Martin Baker. I'm getting ready to kill one of my friends. All right.
Martin, I've never had this much anxiety playing a video game or board game before.
Or a video game.
I haven't done any of those things before. I just want to curl up and
I
cry.
can't even listen to the story, I'm just looking for my next pull.
Right? You go!
I don't even know what's going on. I'm just seeing two blocks that look like they're good. Right. So as you guys press up this staircase, last we'd seen our intrepid heroes or spacefarers. They had been attacked in ops. Sam had been nearly killed by a crazed, skinless husk of a man. And when Ace rose to the occasion and saved Sam's life, the creature had died, but something had detached from it. Some sort of spider-esque giant creature.
Can we clarify, was it attached at his neck, roughly?
Yes.
Okay.
And it almost like, in retrospect, you had seen that it had its legs over the shoulders. You had seen two things rising up. The more you think about it, the more you recall this thing that's bigger than a frisbee had been attached to the back of him.
Okay.
It's not a virus, it's a parasite.
Could be
Yeah.
both.
As you press up to the third floor, you see more secret compartments with armaments. You are lucky enough to find a shotgun with 2 shells. Who takes that?
That's mine.
Okay,
Yeah.
deal.
Have that knife back.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have it. Don't fucking lose it, right?
Sure.
The top floor.
Good.
Sorry, the top floor of the ship is a crew quarters, hydroponic gardens, and R&R/observation deck. Where would you guys like to go?
Observation deck.
Yeah, we all agreed to go to that
Yeah.
observation deck, see what the fuck that
go
dude
see
was
who's
talking
there.
about.
Okay.
Walk right into that trap.
As you guys are heading back, you come upon a husk of debris blocking the path. This clearly appears to have been man-made, blocking the
Almost
entire hallway.
covering.
Yeah, so it looks like someone has walled this path off.
Like, from our side or from the other side?
It's just debris
Okay.
built up to the ceiling.
I want to get on comms and see if I can locate that signal that was reaching us earlier.
Okay. As you fire up comms, you hear that sharp feedback again.
Right.
Okay.
And you hear someone very muffled. Hello?
Yeah, are you alive?
Are you?
Yeah, like we came here, we're supposed to check on this ship, and this is not what the fuck we signed up for.
I'm a crew member here. I'm Private First Class Justin King.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Justin. We're on the other side of your debris wall. Can you help us get to your side?
I don't know what debris wall that is.
Are you in the observation room?
Yes, I'm hidden away.
Okay, we're trying to get to you, but there's something in between us.
I haven't left this storage locker in days.
Alright, well, we're coming to you, and then we're gonna need some answers about what the fuck has happened here.
I don't know how much I can tell you, but I'll try. Please hurry. They're all over this place.
What do you mean there? There's more of them? How many of these things are there?
Yeah, there's more.
We've
You
found
haven't-
one.
Oh, we've seen many.
There's dozens. Possibly several dozens. They live in the reactor core.
Oh, that's good.
Can you ask him if he's sure it's not falling debris?
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking
Yeah.
sure.
I'm still pretty angry about that.
All right, well,
Please hurry.
we're on our way.
Coming.
But I don't... My radio's gonna die any moment.
Okay, how can we find you once we get in there?
Knock 5 times. I'll respond in kind.
You got it. All right, well, there's someone on the other side. They've got answers, and they need help.
If there's more of them over there, there must be some pathway through.
So there is a comms panel, like a ship panel on the side wall nearby. For 2 poles, you guys could find an alternative route.
Would it be a similar pole to try and remove this debris?
It would take a long time,
Yeah.
and
There'd be some pulls involved.
there
Other stuff.
there would be... You guys are more than welcome to clear the debris. How's that?
Right.
But it would take some time. Like, it would possibly take upwards of an hour to
That's
clear
a lot
this,
of fucking
especially
time.
without proper tools or devices.
All right, well, what are we thinking?
I think we need to get through there. That kid may have some information for us.
You
He
want
may
to
be
clear
able
the
to.
debris? Or do you want to find another
No,
way?
we don't have time for that.
Alright, let's find another way around.
Who's going to that comms channel?
Computers is probably the technician's job.
She is,
Wanna make one?
She is qualified. I mean, anyone can make this check. It's really just taking the time to... I would say Turk is the least qualified, but everybody
Yeah.
else is looking pretty good.
I mean, we all heard his conversation with him, right? Yeah. I'm probably
I
standing.
think Ace and John did. They relayed it back to you guys.
Yeah, I was
You
like,
guys-
I'm probably standing closest to it anyway, because whenever there's, like, that's where I go. So I'll go for them. Whoop!
So you step over to this comms
Oh
panel.
my God.
Sparks immediately shoot out of it.
It's real good to pull from.
Yes, it is.
I don't remember our rules.
You see sparks shooting out immediately.
Uno!
And you
I really want that one.
you fired it up and welcome to ISS Aurbach, the display reads. You start to bring up ship schematics, you're looking around at it, and you notice that there is
Oh my God.
an absolutely direct path to the observation deck
Yeah, I do. Hey, look, we can get right there, guys.
through the ventilation shafts.
Hooray!
I know. I want to rescind my polls. I would like a different answer and a new GM.
Go ahead and make some pulls from the tower, and I'd be more than happy to facilitate. a
That'll take
second
about
route.
6 pulls.
That's
The ventilation won't be that bad. Look, I'll go first.
that's
I'm
where
pretty
they are.
sure that's where he said he saw his run
I've
into.
seen at least 2
and
go
the
in there.
fucker that just tried to kill me ran in there. I'd really rather not.
Alright, let's do this.
I'll
we
go
gotta,
first,
We gotta
okay?
go through there. You got the pistol, right?
Yeah.
You go first. You got the shotgun. You go last.
Now, there
Hey.
is. It would be nearly impossible to navigate through the vent system with your suit still on.
Yep, looks like we're losing our suits, ain't it?
I suppose so.
Just getting down to our skivvies. So
It's fucking cold. I'll tell you guys that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
is.
fucking
It's
easy.
certainly brisk.
Yeah.
The
like
life
a-
support is feeling thin. It's harder to breathe, and every single time you do breathe, you can't help but to feel like you're breathing in skin.
Yum.
Hey, Turk, you got any more inventory with you?
I mean, yeah, I got a few pills and stuff.
I like how the captain's like, "What the hell is going on?"
Please give me some.
What do you want? You want this?
I don't
You
care.
want a strip or you want pills?
I don't care anything.
Alright, I'm gonna hit
What?
some pills.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I could use a
What is
strip.
going
I
on
just
right
kick 'em
here?
back.
I'll give you a strip.
This is what inventory is code for. It's fine.
I take about double my normal dose of pills.
Asshole.
We've
Hey.
been doing it for years.
Cap, you want some?
No!
You sure?
Yeah,
Because we're all about to fucking die.
This is gonna
so we
take-
might as well do a little bit
I'm
happy.
not gonna knock anybody out. We gotta be on our game. This is just gonna dull the pain a little bit.
Yeah, it's just.
You see a vent cover, and you hear from deeper in the vent, you hear that metal warble. Just one.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, give me the drugs.
I'm gonna pop the vent cover off and look in while I still have my helmet on.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
Flashlight?
Well, his helmet has flashlight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't ditched that
I
part.
suggest you take your helmet with you just to keep the flashlights. Because we only brought one flashlight.
That's not bad.
I've got a flashlight.
Oh, we have two flashlights. Never mind. Might still be a good idea for. I'll carry a helmet with me. Captain, give me your helmet. I'll take it with me.
It'll be almost impossible. You guys are going to have to lose some of your equipment to get through these shafts.
I was like,
Oh,
I've
so
got
like even the helmet's too big to bring through.
The helmet is very obnoxious,
Okay.
but you would have to basically push it with both hands. I mean, this gets narrow.
Without too much trouble, can I detach the lights from the helmet?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to take one of those off. I'm
Yeah.
also leaving my
Also-
radiation detector back.
Deal. If you want the radio, you guys do not have any hand radios because you've been using your helmets.
Right.
Right.
You could remove a radio from the helmet and have it be still functional
But you'll
with
die
a pull from
doing
the
it.
tower.
Oh, no. Don't care that much. Everybody that I care about is here.
One pull from the tower. Just a
I mean, we should
itty-bitty
probably
baby pull.
have communications in case that guy's radio doesn't die.
He's... Okay. No, you're welcome to grab it. AC don't give a fuck because we have a method of talking to him.
We should probably grab it. We'll just grab Captain's.
Captain's got it. It's cool.
We'll just take the one off of his helmet, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
The captain doesn't roll without comms.
Just when you put the brick on top, the tower just went, whoa.
the
The tower
captain
just went, whoa.
doesn't
And
go
Sheldon just went over
without comms.
That's Captain.
there. Welcome to my favorite game.
I was just blowing at the tower, dude. That is.
Guys, stop arguing. The captain's already got the comms.
Okay,
It's right here, okay?
Yeah.
My inventory's gonna wear off a lot faster if we just don't go. So
Okay.
let's go.
So here's the deal. Your toolkit is incredibly bulky and will slow
Oh,
down.
I just took my flashlight and my screwdriver.
Okay, deal.
I got one
what
for
do you
each
have?
hand.
You have a radio.
I have a radio
and a
and
flashlight.
pistol. Oh, well, I figured the radio was a headpiece.
No, it's something you have to hold
Oh.
now. It's pieces from a helmet that you have to hold and activate. You can put it away, but then you don't necessarily guarantee its functionality right now.
I hand the flashlight off to someone else
Okay?
because I'm not letting go of the pistol
Yeah.
going into this situation.
I'll take the flashlight because I've got the flashlight and the shotgun now.
So we have you both have flashlights. Who's going first? Somebody with a
Yeah, I'm going
flashlight.
first.
Somebody with a flashlight probably has to go first.
Ace, hand me that shotgun and that flashlight. I'm gonna take some medical tape and tape the flashlight to the shotgun so I didn't have to carry
This flashlight is like this big.
No, he has the little one. I
He
thought
has
she
a-
brought
he has
a
a
little
helmet.
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
You brought a big one. She brought a little one.
Oh, okay.
So I'm taping
He's
the
like a
little one
helmet
to the
I
shot.
thought you were
Yeah.
taping the big one.
No. So all I'm taking from my medical kit is some pills, some good strips, and the anti-radiation pills.
Okay.
So then it looks like Ace is going first.
Deal. So you guys enter the shaft.
Hey,
And you guys, it carves deep horizontally, and then it turns, and it goes through this kind of series of turns. And as you guys are pressing forward, it starts to hit these T intersections. I'm gonna need a. Now, here's the deal. These are optional pulls.
well, then that option is easy.
Every pull you deny takes longer
Yeah.
for you to get there, and it also will increase panic in the group. Now, if panic gets too high, then bad stuff will happen. Okay?
So they're optional, but
So-
are they really optional?
Here's the deal.
How many pulls are there?
There's going to be 4 pulls to get to the observation deck. Now, there are ways for you guys to distribute the pulls evenly if you should choose
That's
choose to
probably
decide.
what we should do.
But for every pull you guys decide not to, it will come back to haunt you later.
Now, Martin, I'm not saying that I want to do this, but at this point, we could do like some sort of heroic save.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, just to clarify what that is, if at any point in time you are making a pulse, more realistically, a required pull, and you understand that the tower is bad and you want to help your friends, you can knock over the tower, making a heroic sacrifice. If you do so, you buy your comrades time and basically guarantee that they'll arrive safely at the next scene, versus if you go to pull and you knock over the tower in accident, they're going to start out in a horribly shitty situation pulling from the tower once it's immediately constructed.
I'll take the last pull.
Guys, I'm not... Okay. I'm not entirely sold that we need to do this.
Bad things will happen if we don't get out
And
of
I am
this.
more okay taking the hit on a heroic save than dying in a goddamn vent. I am
Take a
fine
heroic
with
save
that.
right now, you're gonna die in a goddamn vent.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, we could pass on all of them. Like, on all the pulls.
So as you're crawling through the vents, hitting these intersections, you hear echoing throughout this chattering, this teeth chattering. They're sort of communicating, and they're
God damn you, Martin.
They're
God
localizing.
damn you.
Ace, which way are we going?
Well, let's see.
So feel free. Oh my gosh. So Ace is struggling. He's crawling through, shotgun, crawling. The flashlight is dancing across these vents. You hear chattering all around you. You think you even look to the left and you think you see one of these spider parasites crawling through the vents.
Guys, there's nothing.
One hit at a time.
Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, there's not a single thing. Whoever pulls is gonna die. Oh, wait. Wait.
You got it. Okay, now take a breather, put it up there.
You're crawling, pushing forward. You think you see this skittering thing. You hear tick, 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 across the metal.
I vote we pass.
So, we hit one of these T intersections. And I kind of scooch up next to Ace.
You can't be next to each other. We're behind, we're
It's a
a
team.
single file.
He takes a turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
And I just kind of nudgingly put my hand on his shoulder. It's like, Ace,
Yeah?
I always thought one day, when you were ready, that you'd make a good captain.
Yep, it's not that day yet. You know it's not that day.
you hear metal clangs in the vents nearby.
Captain, we can get out of this.
Ace,
Oh my god.
sometimes it happens before you're ready.
Captain, don't... Captain!
Oh!
Get them home.
And as one of these spider creatures starts running up, it produces this kind of underbelly, and it has just rows of these like 3-inch long fangs, just 6 or 8 of them. And he turns and he says, "Get him home." And then this thing latches on the side of his head, and with its back legs just starts forcibly pulling his whole body back with it. This thing has immense strength. This thing is probably, I don't know, 2 feet across at most, but it is hauling his body as he's fighting back, dragging his metal arms against the vent. It's forcibly ripping him down this vent.
Throwing his pistol back to his friends.
Okay, we're going to take a brief moment to reset the tower. Captain Polk is being violently dragged down this, and then it gets dragged around the corner, and you see his boots in this only thing, because you guys are starting to scramble, but you're
Right.
just kind of in shock, and you're watching as his legs are standing there in the vent. He's struggling, and then he stops as this creature is making like these violent sounds, these hisses, these shrieks, and then you hear it adjust, and you hear it like pierce bone. You hear these needles pierce bone, and you hear it kind of wrap around and start to dig itself into him, and you see his boots start to twitch again. What do you guys do?
Run. Just fucking run. Get out of here.
You mean crawl?
You mean crawl?
I mean, I'm saying run,
Yeah.
but yes.
Just go.
Is his pistol? Did he leave it behind, or
We're
did he take it?
we're going.
We're gonna say that he fired his gun into
Okay,
this
yeah,
thing
yeah,
as
yeah.
much as possible. Yeah.
His one
With
shot
one
he had
shots.
left, yeah.
Yeah. So you see his boots start to move. He's actually. It looked as though he fought, died, and is moving again. You guys start to crawl as frantically as possible. I still need 3 more poles to navigate through this maze of air ducts.
Do we each want to do one?
Sure.
Oh, and also for viewers who haven't seen Dread before, we pull out 1 block for 3 blocks for each person that has been removed from the game thus far. Daniel Peterson has died. We removed 3 blocks off camera to get the tower ready
Daniel
for.
Peterson is just fine, thank you very much.
Daniel Peterson has
John
died.
Polk has died.
Perfect.
Kind of.
All right, so you guys are frantically scrambling. You hear these kind of creatures, the spiders and the skinless, dragging themselves through the vents behind you. You guys slide down this last vent and slam into a vent grate. I'm going to make you take 1 pull or 1 damage. Now, 1 damage is very generic, but it's basically like
Give
you,
one hand.
you F up your shoulder. Yep. This guy,
This guy's a cheater.
you get
I
caught
am.
doing that again, I'm going to make you make extra pulls.
That's
I was
fair.
like, I
That's
only
fair.
because
One for
did
each hand,
2-handed
yeah.
all the time.
Okay, so you guys slam into this vent, you pour out, and you're in another part of the ship. It's not known. As you frantically look around, you see 2 skinless standing in the hallway. What do you do?
So we can't come out of the vent, seen 2 skinless. Which way is the room that we're looking for?
The observation or
Observation
the
room.
R&R, it's impossible to tell. You see some signs around, but it's impossible to tell unless you want to make a pull, and then I'll tell you exactly which direction. But with this moment, you smash out of there, you look around, you see 2 skinless and some markings on the walls and shell casings and stuff like that. Like, you either take the time to look by making a pull, or you just start to scramble and do stuff.
Run away from the creepy skinless people.
Man, I think Ace has got it. Is trying to keep as cool of a collective as he can. He's gonna try and look for those rooms.
Deal. Make a pull. You know what? I'm feeling generous. Let's make 2 pulls. 1 for each skinless that you're trying to ignore
How
while
nice
looking
of
for
you.
it. I know. Some people say I'm just so generous.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
You're such a...
Ace is feeling really brave now. There's a new tower too.
And Martin needs to get it to where it's scary again. So
Yeah.
expect a lot of pulls ASAP.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not easy already.
All right. So you look around. There's these 2 husks, and they're starting to look around. They heard the noise, and then they look right at you guys. You see that they have these kind of sunken eyes. Their eyes are shriveled and gross, and they look at you, and their faces are all mutilated. You have the composure to look around. These 2 are just staring in horror at these creatures, and you see a sign that says observation, and it points down the hallway past them. But it definitely has a clear, distinct direction.
Yeah, I just grab both of them and I just say, "Follow me now!" And I head down that way.
Okay. There are 2 skinless blocking the hallway between you and them.
Yeah, I'm gonna run, shotgun in
So
hand.
as you start running, shotgun in hand, they just go, "Ah!" and they start racing towards you, like just crazed looks. They have their claws out, or their hands that are just bony and grotesque, and they're just racing at you. What do you do?
I'm gonna put a shotgun in each of them.
Okay.
I've got 2 shots.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to need you to make 3 pulls per creature to kill them with 1 blast each.
Okay. So 6 total.
So you're going to need 6 pulls from the tower to kill both of these.
Nice knowing you, Ace.
I'm also going to give you 1 minute to do it.
Oh, for 6 pulls, that's a little mean.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, we have someone that doesn't think I'm that generous. I get it, you know.
She hasn't been a
So
GM.
you're racing down the hall. You put one in the chamber. You line up your shot. The flashlight showing right
Yeah.
on this creature. You pull the trigger. Boom! It hits the
3.
creature. He falls back, lands on the ground, starts to scramble up. The other one races in faster, shrieking, as it races towards you, pressing in faster.
Someone
You
should
have 20 seconds, sir. You're pushing in faster. You load the next
You can do
shell.
this.
You aim it right at the second one. You blow him back. He collapses to the ground as well.
6.
They both collapse to the ground. They start to struggle.
That was for you, Captain.
They start to struggle up. They're flailing, and as you run up, you're out of shells. But you grab the buttstock and you just start smashing their neck. You see the creature unlatching, getting ready to release. You start smashing this spider parasite creature. You guys start smashing the other one. Both of these parasites, the second they die, the bodies stop moving and they just relax. And then you hear a thud in the vents behind you. As you guys turn briefly for a moment, you see the captain start clawing his way out of the vent, standing upright and twitching, and as his husk starts to close in on you. He's not freakishly grotesque like the others. He's the captain, and he's staring at you. And you half expect him to say something, and he just starts chattering his teeth. He roars, "Roar!" and he starts chasing you. You guys book it down the hallway, heading towards the observation deck. You hit a door that's sealed shut, that's wedged shut from behind.
I
What
knocked
do you guys
5
do?
times.
Nothing happens. The captain starts closing in faster. He's doing this kind of lurch step. He's closing in. He's almost
Is it
upon
like
you
an
guys.
electric door? Like I might be able to mess with the thing
Yes,
to get
you
it
may.
open? I'm gonna try.
Yes, you
How
may.
many pulls do I need
So
to make?
what I'm going to need is someone to hold off the captain, or 2 people to hold off the captain, to give Sam time to even open this door, because otherwise the captain is going to attack you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna try and hold up the Captain.
Yeah, each time I need you to hold his arms, and I'm gonna try to jam one of these pills down his throat, see if it does anything.
One of what pills?
The
My
radiation.
anti-radiation pills.
Deal. Okay, so I'm going to have the 2 of you subdue the captain first.
Right.
So Ace holding the arms. Now, you've always known the captain to be he's a middle-aged man. He's spent a lot of time in space, which can
Start singing some Justin
which can
Bieber.
start wearing you down, right? Wearing your muscles down. But he is freakishly strong. He runs up to you and he just tackles you. Turk jumps on him, starts to struggle him away. You guys are struggling with this captain. He is supernaturally strong. Whatever this parasite is, it is fueling his body with rage and adrenaline. I'm going to need you guys to make... I'm going to need you just to suppress him to make 2 pulls from the tower.
Okay.
Both of them or total?
Well, this is
Just him, yeah.
just to gain the advantage over John.
Why won't any of these blocks move?
It's tower game that sucks.
So as you're struggling with John, he's hissing at you, he's spitting on you. This is definitely not the man that you've come to respect and have disagreements on music tastes. Yes, that's of course, but this is not the man that you've served under. The man that looked past your grievances. This is a creep.
Jesus Christ.
Easy,
The
bro.
worst part wasn't dropping it. It was
Easy,
when
bro.
someone twitched and hit the table.
Easy, bro. Oh, did your life flash before your eyes?
Yes! Guys, my hands!
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah,
Ace is holding him still for moments.
yeah.
John is biting. For you to administer
I'm gonna
pills,
try to throw it in his mouth and then hold his mouth shut, but
I'm going to
it's not
need
gonna
2
be
pulls from the
easy.
tower. He's hissing and biting. He's struggling. Ace might not even be able to
That's a good
hold
one.
him down that long.
I'm gonna stand away from the table.
You see John's mouth snap open, and you decide you have to pick your timing. You get ready to throw these pills in. You take how many radiation pills are you throwing?
Going to 2.
Okay, so half of your dose. You grab 2 of these anti-radiation pills and you throw them. They go into John's mouth as he's snapping and hissing. One almost comes out. It gets caught on his lip for a brief moment. Is that your second pull?
Yeah, that was the third. Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
second.
Second.
Don't hit the table, don't hit the table.
You put 2 of these pills in his mouth, and he snaps, and then you hold his mouth shut. He almost bites your damn hand.
Yeah, he sure did.
He's freaking out and he's struggling. Unless the both of you each make a pull, you will not be able to hold him down. The pills are in there, but he's struggling free. Ace cannot contain his raw power. Sam, you turn on the system. The computer, you see the backup generator power, the lights roll on, the gravity kicks on a little bit, the air conditioning from the vent and the life support kicks on, and the display reads up, and you see R&R observation deck. Please enter code. And you're like, oh, fuck it, you rip open the panel, you start hacking this stuff, it says, for officers only, blah, 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 and it starts giving you these readouts.
Oh, I'm an officer. I'm whatever I want to be now.
You start hacking into it. I'm gonna need 3 pulls to open this door.
My God!
Yeah, standing away from this tower.
You hear this chomping, this biting. You hear Ace and Turk struggling to hold down John, the captain that you have served loyally for all these months, all these years. You hear him. You can't believe it. You're frantically typing, you're rewiring. You see the door. You're hear locking clasps start to open. Ka-dunk, ka-dunk. You hear someone scrambling within. You hear them start to knock back, and you hear them start twisting the door, but it's stuck. You hear John struggling. You feel Ace and Turk's strength start to weather. You have moments to open this door. You have moments to save your friends from your captain.
Suck it!
And the door slides open. You guys pile in there and you slam the door shut, and John starts ravagely slamming into the door. You guys lock it shut, but one of you is going to have to hold the door shut. You guys see this storage locker thumping. He's trapped inside somehow. You see some debris from one of the explosions had actually blown up and sealed him in this locker. 2 of you are going to have to go over and clear this debris to let this person out or to talk to him or whatever, but one of you is going to have to hold this door.
I've got a robot arm. I feel like I'm somewhat strong, and I opened it, so I was the first one through it, so I was already leaning against it when they came in, so I figure I'm holding it close.
Okay, so you guys are going to have to clear the debris. Sam, I'm going to need 2 pulls from you to hold the door shut.
My God!
You have 20 seconds to make these 2 pulls, starting now. You feel the strength, this unnatural, superhuman strength. You say, go, help! And they run over, they're holding the door for a moment, but then they frantically... they frantically start to... They race over. You guys...
The whole fucking top half of it shook back and forth! How are you alive?
You guys race over this debris. You hear Private First Class King shaking. Help! Help! Please! I'm in here! You guys see the debris. What do?
I try to clear the debris.
Okay, I need 1 pull. I need 2 pulls total. You guys can each do 1 to clear the debris to free Private First Class. Oh my God. Help, please! Please, I'm trapped in here. I'm out of food. I'm panicking. Please help. They're everywhere.
Oh my God.
Please help me. I know how to get off the ship. Please. You hear Sam struggling at the door. She can't hold this door much longer.
Oh God.
You guys clear the debris, and this young man bursts out of the locker. He's an ISS officer, or he's an ISS, soldier.
Janitor?
No, he has the designations of a comms operative. You also see that he has distinctions of a spec ops individual. He is clearly not just a standard communications officer. This continues to inform you that this ship is not just a standard colony ship.
Yeah, we fucking got that, mate.
So he stands up and he's, oh, thank God. Private King, thank you so much. He shakes.
Sam yells from the door. We don't have time for introductions.
Yeah. We can get off. We can get off of this ship. We can get off of the ship. I know that there's a shuttle stowed away. It's not many people know about it. It's very hard to get to. And then as he started describing this, You guys feel something terrible happen. The engines to the Aurbach kick to life. You guys start to look around, feeling this inertial push. You realize someone is flying this ship.
Hey mate, we better get off of here real fucking fast. Where's this magical little ship of yours?
He's thinking for a moment. This shouldn't be right.
Yeah, we know.
No. Was there anyone else alive? Was there anyone else that you saw that was like me, not like them, not like the skinless?
There was a silhouette of a dude I saw, but I'm not sure if it was.
Was he human? Was he
It
alive?
was human shape, but the skinless looked pretty human.
Did he say anything to you?
No.
Then we have to trust.
Are you? Can I hear this? I'm assuming I can hear
Yeah.
him.
No.
Yeah.
You're in the same room. You're screaming like, hurry the fuck up, you know.
Are you the same person that was screaming on the radio for us?
Yeah. I have my radio in here. Are you guys need food? I have a little bit of supplies.
We need the fuck
we
out
need
of
the
here.
ship that gets the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah. There's a ship. It's on the first floor. Let me think for a second. Can everyone just please be quiet? I need to think. And you hear John just harassing the door, and you start to hear the vents rattle in the ceiling, in the walls.
We don't got
And
much
he's
time, mate.
If there's no one else, if there's no one like us, then it's them. Then they're flying the ship. And with the power back on, they can fly the ship. And if they're flying the ship, then that means that they're going to take it to somewhere where they can continue to infect people. We cannot allow them to fly the ship somewhere else. We need to go to the reactor core.
We have to destroy the ship.
We need to set it to overload. And then we can get to the shuttle and we can escape.
Let's get out of here. Let's get down to that. You're right.
Hold on.
They flew our ship.
It doesn't matter. They already took our ship.
Yeah, that's one dude. This is an entire. We don't know how many of them are here.
There's dozens. There might even be 100 at this point.
Why don't you turn around real quick?
Yeah.
Check your
No.
neck.
There's nothing.
All right, let's go.
Okay. And then as you guys this is the vent. This is the vent that we can use. And as you guys go to the vent, you see someone punch through it and start ripping himself out of it.
Not much of a vent, mate.
This is the only way, unless you want to go back through the door.
Well, we know there's at least one through there, and there's a lot through there. What's safer?
We just need to get to the reactor.
Wait,
They're
so
everywhere,
somebody's-
man. They're in the reactor. You think that this is going to be safe? No, this is for humans. This is for human life. We need to do this. We just need to get to engineering. This vent is the fastest. We can go back through that with who's over there.
I'm waiting for that skinless to come through.
And he's kind of crawling out.
And then I try to grab my knife from you, and I just start stabbing at him the second that he gets through.
Deal. Make 2 pulls to kill him.
Make 2 pulls to kill yourself.
Yeah.
This might be heroic sacrifice time, guys. There ain't much left.
Yeah, you're real close. And then it's just me and
Also
Sam.
that
We
this-
need to overload the reactor. We need to go. We need to go.
If you get me there, I can get it to do what we want it to do.
Yes.
The
Excellent.
captain
stab.
is bashing the door now. You feel that the thing is turned all the way. His metal arms somehow giving him even more strength now. The door is actually opening, and he's bashing it open. The door is opening, and you're slamming it back. You're slamming it back.
Okay. Thanks,
Oh, man.
Captain.
You start stabbing this creature in the back of its head. You're aiming for these spider-like tendrils, and it
going
keeps
to, that's
shifting.
all shot.
It keeps shifting.
Oh,
he's
there you
he's
go.
hissing at you. He reaches out and he almost grabs
Don't
you.
touch
He
me.
grabs you by the ankle and he's pulling at you. He's trying to bite you as you're driving your knife into the back of his head. Until you start to just you grab his head and you just start sawing at his muscle sinew. And the second you just saw his head off and you're cutting through this spider, the husk falls and just slides down the vents as the head rolls into the room. You guys have a brief moment to follow this husk, this creature, down to the vents if you're planning on escaping out of this vent.
Yes, 100%. That's where I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah.
You immediately, I'm assuming you dive into the vent?
Yeah.
Okay. Turk, what do? You see Sam struggling with the door. She can't hold the door much longer, and the second she lets go of that door, John is bursting through, and she might not have time to make it into the vent system across the room. You see PF King climbing into the vents immediately after Ace, completely disregarding Sam's condition, and John at the door. What do you do?
I look around as quick as I can. Anything to pick up for a weapon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You tell me what you find. It's going to be a melee weapon kind of thing.
I find like I can't tell what it's from, but it's like a steel rod.
Yeah, it's debris from the explosion that came from the roof. You find this giant steam pipe or something.
And then I say, Sam, get in the vents. We don't have enough time. Just go.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll be right behind you. Go.
And I let go of the door and I run as fast as I can.
So you're not helping with the door. You're just kind of standing there. Okay. Mm-hmm. The second you let go of the door, it slams open and clips you in the shoulder. Fucks up your arm really bad, but you start running. You almost do this like diving slide, and you catch this look from Turk right as you run past, and he's like, I've got this. Turk, what happens?
So as soon as she gets in the vent, I go and basically just wedge my body in the hole of the vent.
John bursts through the door and starts charging
and
at you.
I stab at him with my pole, but I'm just clogging this vent.
Deal. So as you wedge your body into this tiny space, what do you see the captain screaming and running at you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to buy as much time as I can, just poking him with the stick, trying to keep him away from me as long as I can. And then, but going through his head is like, this is his fault for leaving that soldier behind. He didn't treat somebody, and this is his karma.
This is his karma.
And then he pulls out his lighter and looks at it, and at that moment,
John falls upon him and starts ripping him to pieces.
Yep.
Okay, we'll take a quick moment to rebuild the tower and continue our finale. All right, so as the two of you, technically the three of you, Sam, Ace, and Private King, slide down these vents, you guys slide for some time, and you slam into the bottom, and your ankles, like pain from your ankles, shock up to your body. You've slid down the entire floor, maybe even two. You guys burst out, and you look around. There doesn't appear to be any skinless yet. You guys are weary, you're fatigued, you're looking behind you, waiting for a moment for Turk. You're especially convinced that he's probably going to be right behind you any moment.
Yeah. The
second you guys realize that Turk isn't coming, I'm going to have you guys each make one pull from the tower.
Go for it.
And what do you say while he's looking like?
I'm over and over going, he was supposed to be right behind me. Because I always gave him crap, but I enjoyed the fact that he was always there.
Hey guys, drinking a lot of Mountain Dew is not how you play this game well.
Lessons were learned today.
So she's saying he's gonna come. He's right behind us.
Where the fuck is he?
I don't know. He was supposed to be
We already
right
lost the captain. We can't lose him
He was
too.
supposed to be right behind me.
There's no time. There's no time. We've got to go. We've got to go. I'm sorry. I don't want to be the guy to say this, but your friend's probably dead. We need to go.
Fine. Go. Lead.
Okay, so he starts running, and he's kind of disoriented for a second, and he starts running. Engineers, right this way! And you guys hit this door, you guys crank it open and burst it open, and you just hear the echoing of chattering. Just a cacophony, a symphony of teeth chattering. They're everywhere. We need to be bad. We need to be faster. We're going to be dead.
I need to get back to the second floor, the same place.
You guys are on the second floor, and you're at a side catwalk. It's going to be a hell of a run, and there's skinless just moving around. They're not
assuming
entirely
I need to get
sure.
to the exact same place that we were earlier.
You need to get deeper into the back end of it.
To get it to override.
Yeah.
You know more about engines. I'm following you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run straight back.
Yeah, so at this point you guys kind of just brandish whatever weapons you have. None of them are ranged or firearms or anything like that. You guys just start pushing in. I'm gonna need 4 pulls from each of you to clear Skinless out of the way and get to the reactor core.
Cool. Well,
You should alternate.
Go.
Yeah.
Alternate, okay.
I'll you guys do 2 each and then alternate, okay? I'm giving you guys 2 minutes to make
8 done?
8 pulls, yep.
Alright. 1.
So as you guys turn and you
2.
look, you see Skinless everywhere.
3.
You guys start to step forward, and the second you step onto this metal catwalk, you see these creatures start to react. They start twisting their heads unnaturally, looking at you, teeth chattering. They start to make their way towards you. You hear this heavy, awkward lurching, crunching on this metal walkway as you guys press forward, swinging, hitting one, falling over the balcony. You see another lurch forward. You see Private King get knocked down onto the railing. You help him back up as you knock one of these skinless over the rails. The good news is you're on the second story and these things are falling like flies. One of them jumps from a row above, lands on the catwalk. You guys hit him right in the head. He falls over. You guys aren't killing these guys. You hear them land. You hear them start to scramble back up to their feet. But you've cleared the pathway as you press forward, running across the catwalk. Some drop behind you. You guys make it to the reactor core. Private King turns to you. He says, "Which is the technician? Who can fix this?
Me.
Who can?"
That's
okay,
me.
go in there. You don't have a suit. You don't have very long minutes at best. You hurry. Set it to overload. We need to give her time.
I tell him, I was like, the second you hear the alarm, just go straight to the ship. You guys get off.
Sam, I'm not leaving without you. Go.
Then I turned to him and I go, the second you guys hear the alarm, take him and go.
Okay.
And I run back.
Yep. I need 3 pulls to prime the reactor. You have 1 minute to do this. You head in, and you immediately feel this hot, itchy burning on your skin. You hear the thrum of the power cord. You hear teeth chatting, you hear scrambling. One pops out and scares the shit out of you. You hit it, and you knock it back, slamming into the wall. You head back deeper. You see the mechanism that's priming for overload. You fire it up, and the second you're getting ready, you smash this glass box. You're getting ready to hit the button, and a creature lurches out. The one from before lurches out, and it hits you and tackles you to the ground. These guys are holding you off, but you have a creature on top of you. Your weapon fell from your hand.
Do I still have my screwdriver? No, I have a robot arm though.
Yep.
Just gotta start punching him with it.
I'm gonna need 3 pulls to kill this thing and smash the button. While we're doing this, outside, these creatures are diving, jumping down.
We're not going for that one.
Oh my goodness. It's like halfway out too, so it's tempting. Yeah. We're swinging, fighting these creatures back.
What?
They keep jumping. They're starting to climb up the walls, pushing their fingers into the metal, climbing up almost supernaturally. They're screaming up these ladders. They're climbing, they're running up the ramps. Is that your third?
3.
Okay.
This is so, can I?
No, you may certainly not. This creature is on top of you. Tell me how you kill it.
I take, so my robot arm, as we've described before, it's open, and so I break one of the pipes in it to stab.
And you just stab through his throat into the creature. You hear this. As this creature starts squirming, you see the spider legs coming off and trembling as his face is reacting. His muscles are twitching. You can tell that these things directly influence every single aspect of these people. As he's starting to like shrivel and collapse, you reach up and you slam the reactor button. And as you do that, you hear an alert ring out through the ship. Alert! Alert! Overreaction. Critical mass in 10 minutes. Reactor overload.
I get up and I try to run back to them.
Yeah, you run back and you see them swinging and knocking these creatures loose. You hear alarm klaxons blaring. You know that you have to get down to the floor, but as you look, it almost looks like the floor is moving. There are these dark, black, sunken eyes staring up at you. You can push through the second floor, but there's several more pouring through here. You can press down onto the ground floor, but there's dozens of them down there. King tells you, he says, we gotta get to the cargo base. There's a secret section in the cargo bay, and it's gotta have a shuttle. I swear it's gotta have a shuttle. If there's any shuttles on the ship, it's gotta be in the secret cargo bay. We've gotta go.
Do you have any idea how to get there?
Are there any vents or anything?
There's a million ways to get there, but they're all going to be crawling with these things.
So then, based on very little that I know about this, there's a second level. We can go out.
You go back towards like medical, and you take a staircase down, which
Okay.
will put you a lot closer to the cargo bays. Or you guys go down the ladders, which would be insanely fast. Push through the crowd as much as you can, and you're almost right there. You're like right where you took your drugs. You're super close. You go down into the horde, and you're right there. Or you go through the ship, down a staircase, and back a little bit. He just lost his shit.
Let's go through med bay.
It's not the fastest way. We don't know there's any less down there. I'm following you. Let's go.
I head down the ladder.
You guys turn and you grab a ladder and you look down and you see two of them already climbing up the ladder. You know that you can put your boots, the magnetic
On
lock
either
boots,
side and slide down.
You line up right behind him, and King is in the back, and he's fighting these creatures back, and you almost look like he's gonna get overwhelmed. You can pull from the tower to help him fight off the creatures to buy Ace enough time, to buy King enough time.
I will.
Or you can leave King to his face, to his fate,
No.
guessing at which cargo bay.
Sam's already lost. I've already lost my ship, and so now I kind of feel like this is my ship, so I feel like I should go down with it anyway and make sure some people get out.
I'm only giving
No.
you...
Okay. But so I'm gonna pull from it, but I think
Okay.
it's gonna fall when I pull.
Okay.
But how many am I
You
pulling?
need 3 pulls to buy King and Ace
Ow.
enough time. You turn
My
and you get ready. You look down and you build the courage to slide
What?
down this ladder. You look down and you see just chattering teeth in the
there's no
darkness, in
holes
this
on
gray,
this?
the black darkness you see skittering. These yellow lights swirling, these alarm lights swirling, illuminating your horrid fate that awaits you below. You snap your boots to the side and turn magnetic lock on, bracing you for a moment.
That was
3?
2.
Okay. And you begin to slide down, and as you look up, you see Sam and King get overwhelmed by these creatures. What have you done? You slide down into the darkness. King jumps on the ladder and starts scurrying down as quickly as possible, sliding down, falling down almost. He lands, crashes into these people, crashes into these monsters. As you slide down, you land, you immediately just start swinging. You have moments to slide down this. You jump on a ladder, half catching it, slamming your collarbone. You think you heard a snap as it breaks. You begin to slide, and your arm is just the one that you had slammed earlier. It's gone. Luckily, you still have your metal arm, but your other one is going to completely worthless. As you guys slam down, King starts struggling up. You hit the ground. Ace is swinging. You guys have to pull from the tower to save King to pick him back up, to clear him out. There's only 2 pulls, but Ace, it's going to be yours because she's still sliding down the ladder.
There's like nothing there.
He starts struggling. Help! They got me! Help! Please!
God, there is nothing.
I was like, try towards
The weight shifted for that one and freed
Yeah.
it up. He's
and then
struggling,
towards the top where we
screaming.
just laid stuff.
Please help! Blood splatters against him as you
Baby.
crack one of these over the head. Sam finally lands on the platform, the first floor. Cargo bays are so close. You guys free King, hoist him up. You kind of bring him up with such momentum. He staggers forward, swinging, kind of just shoving people out of the way. He's getting bit. He's getting clawed. His face is all bloody. He's getting torn to pieces. There's a chunk missing out of his neck. You guys are getting bitten and scratched in claws. You guys push through. You make it to the door. The door, you had not wedged it shut, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
That would have been amazing.
They didn't
first of all.
close it.
So you guys reach the door, you crank it open, you pull it open, you enter into this dark black hallway. The lights, the black running lights strobing, those 2 cargo bay doors that were illuminating, granted for entry, the other 2 offline still. You guys push in, you close the door, it's not gonna hold. You guys have moments. He's the far left, go. And you guys start running. These guys are pouring out through this bottleneck, chasing after you. You guys reach up to the mechanical thing, and it's offline. You're gonna have to like power it up and turn it open to open the door.
That'd be me.
This is gonna be 2 pulls from the tower. You have 20 seconds to do so, starting now. You hear the skittering, the running. You hear these creatures running from behind. They're closing in.
God.
You pull out, you rip off the panel, you start hacking it immediately. You see power kick on. You see the door slide open into pitch black. As you guys enter, you see these crates, these boxes. One of them is spilled open, and it has all these black market items. You see guns, you see grenades, you see explosives, you see all these highly illegal things, these things that Captain had signed up to steal that you guys had planned. You have moments. Do you grab the weapons, or do you go for the back door that leads to the secret compartment? What do you guys do?
Sam's gonna grab grenades and throw them out the door.
Just start chucking them?
Yep.
Okay.
Pulling the pins and chucking them.
Yeah, I see everything, because I think I get in there first. Because you open and I run in. Before you do that, I look at it and I go, we gotta get out of here. We don't have time for any of this. Just keep running.
I'm still throwing them.
Okay. So, here's the deal. You run for the back door. PF King, or Private First Class King, stops and he's looking at you and he's looking at the door. Do you know how to fly?
Yeah, I'm a pilot.
Okay, the passcode. Oh fuck, what's the passcode? I can't remember the passcode to the door. And he's just like freaking out, and he like comes over and he's like trying to jog his memory. You reach over and you see 5 grenades out of the spilt crate. You start plucking them and throwing them, and there's a fiery explosion killing the first. And before you even savor this moment, several burst through the flames and keep running. I'm gonna need you to make 4 pulls from the tower or die.
4 pulls is not happening from that tower. But I
do it.
But I don't know how it saves him any time to get a door open.
You can do it.
I mean, I can help you if you're thinking heroic sacrifice, which I'm not saying you should, but if you do it, I can help you narrate that ending.
4 pulls are not happening from that tower.
Make the 4 pulls.
You can do it.
You were the chosen one.
But you know that 4 pulls are not happening from that tower.
Maybe 5 are happening.
You know 4 pulls are not.
It's gonna be tough.
You know it's not happening from that. You know it's not. You know it's not.
No.
You can do it.
No, I don't want everyone to die for me.
Don't give up. You can do it.
4 pulls are not happening from that tower. Someone push it down.
No.
That's what's happening.
No.
I really just want to somehow set the entire box of grenades.
In a moment, you see Sam.
You knew 4 pulls.
You
was
see
not
this
happening from
explosion
that.
happen. You turn and you look, and you see Sam standing in the doorway, and she has this wild grin on her face. And she pulls the pins to all 4 grenades that she has in her hands, and she disappears around the corner. What do you say?
I just scream out, Sam! Sam, no! Sam!
And you hear this violent explosion rock the ship. And we're gonna pause to rebuild the tower. So you hear this violent explosion rock nearby. You see, some of the crates even topple over from the force of it. You hear Sam give this like battle cry as she charges down the hallway. This giant explosion. These alarm klaxons blaring. King is trying to jog his memory, trying to remember what's going on. He doesn't remember how to get into this room. And you guys hear the chattering. You guys hear the wailing of the skinless pouring through even more. She bought you time, but within moments, they're going to be pouring in here.
I just I grab King, I slap his face, and I go, if you don't remember this now, we're all gonna fucking die, and all of humanity's gonna die. What is it?
3 Alpha. He's calling it out as you start pushing it in. 2 Foxtrot. 7. It cancels out. We gotta reset. 3 Alpha. And he starts giving it, and you look back and you're just screaming him. And you see over the crates, you see one of these giant spider tendrils climbing over the crate, and it leaps over and tackles the back of King. And it's frantically struggling. Ah! He's screaming. You can help him, or you can try and get the door open.
Door.
Some crates fall over.
I'm helping. I'm gonna try to get the door.
Okay, some crates fall over, and you see what you remember from the academy as breaching charges.
Gonna set those breaching charges.
Okay, I'm gonna need 4 pulls to breach the door. PFC King is struggling with this thing, and you hear it pierce into his neck. You hear these needles crack into the bone. You hear him kind of... And then he falls silent. You hear these creatures reach the door, and they start struggling in. They slam into these crates right away and knock them over. These crates almost accidentally creating a barrier for you for a moment. As you bring this breach up, you prime it, you get around the corner and you detonate it. As these creatures reach up to you, one of them coming around by the door, it blows and blasts this creature into oblivion. As you turn around the corner, you see this gorgeous, sleek, very small shuttle. You blew off the door, unfortunately, so you don't have much time. You run by and you slam the airlock controls, priming it, starting to depressurize the room. You run up to the shuttle, you activate the code console, it starts dropping the bay. And as you're running up, you run immediately to the pilot, to the cockpit, where you can bring the ramp back up as you're coming. You run in there, you start priming the engines because the air is quickly being drained from this room. You hear the announcement. Oh, reactor failure in 1 minute. You start to freak out. You fire up the engines. The room is almost completely depressurized now. As you look up the window, you see these creatures running into the room, and you see them immediately kind of hit this zero gravity, and they start struggling for air, grasping, struggling, clutching at their throats as these spiders start to release and scatter back and kind of effortlessly swim through the air back towards air in the room, or deeper in the ship. And as the room or the ship is getting ready primed, the doors are opening. You realize that there's a problem. The ship doesn't have a secure lock in the back ramp. As you turn back and look, because it's a very small shuttle, you see that King, his foot, is caught in the ship, and he's struggling and he's trying to climb forward, and the ramp actually seals and crushes his leg and breaks it in 2. As his leg floats off into space, he starts crawling at you, twisting and turning as your ship starts to glide away from the Aurbach. Your wings deploy, your engines fire up, and you just punch it as you turn. You must have lost your weapon somewhere. All you have is your bare hands and this creature crawling towards you. What do you do?
I'm just gonna try and punch the parasite at the back.
Okay.
Because he's crawly, so my thought is if I can get on the back and just punch it into submission,
Deal.
I've got a shot.
Deal. To punch this thing to death and to win the game, I'm gonna need 6 pulls from the tower. You have 1 minute. Go. You posture over this thing. You're freaking out. You're grabbing at him. You're punching this thing. It's clawing at you. King grabs you by your ankle, that same ankle that had almost been crushed before. He starts squeezing your ankle, crushing your leg. The tower's just like wobbling all back and forth. You struggle as he starts to climb up. Time is running out. This creature is overwhelming you. He knocks you to the back. You're still ripping at it. You break a leg off.
You got it.
You're trying to scramble. You hear in the background. Your shuttle's barely clear. Your ship starts to shake as it's caught in the blast. It's violently sounding off. You have proximity alarms. You have debris ricocheting off your ship. As you punch this thing, you rip this spider to death with your hands. Debris riddles the side of your ship. You almost are worried for a moment about a hull breach. This ship was so close to blowing up. You rip this creature to pieces. You start violently smashing Private First Class King until blood splatters up this black sinew from this creature. You collapse to the ground. The ship drifting. You look up to the command console. Several red alarms flashing. You climb up there slowly. Your body so heavy, your ankle crushed by his extreme strength. You climb into the seat, start clearing some of these alarms. You're home free. And as you start to engage the thrusters, and as you start to peel away, drifting, you're flying through this debris. The ISS Aurbach. Your friends, your crew left behind. Taken from you by these creatures. From the ship that stopped at an uncharted planet. Not knowing what happened. You find in the captain's log of his personal shuttle. His logs are downloaded. Once you start flying, in the days that it takes to get there, you decrypt the information as slowly as it comes. You find out that they had secured samples, rocks from the planet. These rocks turned out to be eggs. 3 eggs that started this whole thing. And as you approach this spaceport docking, as you're approaching it, you call in for clearance. There is no response. Only radio static.
No!
That is our adventure beneath a metal sky.
I like to imagine that our ship is just docked right around the corner.
That's the after the credits scene, of course. That has been our dread adventure beneath the metal sky. We sincerely hope that you had an amazing time, especially for my players here at the table. If you had a good time, we also have 2 other dreads on the channel. One is called Echoes and the other Boomtown USA. Please check those out. They are infinitely exciting, as this one has been as well. If you are so inclined to support us, please check out our Patreon page. And if you had a good time, please let us know and help support us, and by enabling us to do fun stuff like this in the future. Thank you so much for joining us, and until next time, tell a story, share an adventure. So, gentlemen who haven't played Dread before, and now have played Dread, what did you guys think?
That was super fun.
I wanted to die earlier so badly. I didn't want to deal with that anxiety at the end.
It's fun even when you're not playing, because like that Jenga tower is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
It's so simple
Daniel should
mechanic,
win,
too.
but if he does something wrong, he could still lose.
I mean,
Especially
that
when, like 6 pulls at the
Yeah.
end, you have 1 minute. Like, I'm gonna give it to you. I said to win the game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that last little Jenga block,
You
when it like
almost
moved
pitched
the
it.
entire tower. Oh my god.